Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a beer today from Brew York. This was bought in ASDA along with the glass, and I think it was there was a couple of beers. It was in a box and it was actually on offer, so I grabbed a box, and this is a West Coast IPA and it's Big Eagle coming in at 6.4%. Now there was another beer in this box and it's the Juice Forsyth, and I just cannot get on with that beer. I just can't get on with it. The amount of fruit juice stuff that's got into that, it just doesn't suit my palate. So I'm hoping, apologies for the phone, I'm hoping that this West Coast IPA is going to be like a West Coast IPA, and there's not going to be any fruit pulp, anything synthetic. I'm just hoping it's a straightforward West Coast IPA. Now, Brew York, they're basically, well, they're in York. A little bit about them. Brew York was founded in 2016 by friends Wayne Smith and Lee Grabham. The two met at mutual friends Stag Do and began homebrewing together after sharing their love and passion for craft beer. I think that is absolutely fantastic. Brew York was born not long after starting in 2016, as many other craft breweries were beginning their journey. That's true. All craft breweries, were all around about 2015, 2014, 2016, that time. And it goes on. Our beers are inspired by many different things. Our rich and diverse surrounded Yorkshire, rhubarb, Streisand, Viking DNA, and Dame Judy Quench, to name a few. A new hop or ingredient we want to experiment with, a cocktail or dessert we enjoyed over the weekend we want to translate into a beer. As well as finding inspiration in pop culture, films and music, we combine with a desire to create full flavour and impactful brews. We may well be known for our quirky and playful approach to brewing, but everything we do is done with passion and attention to detail. You know what? For that, you can't knock them. You really can't knock them, can you? To do keg, to do cask, to do keg, to do cask, to do cans. So yeah, fantastic. Just saying, it was just that beer that I really struggled with. So I'm hoping that this one is going to pull it back. I really, really am. Does it tell you where they are? They're in Unit 6, Enterprise Complex, Walmgate, York. And you can get in touch with them, info@brewyork.co.uk. Like I say, this was a beer that I purchased from ASDA. It was in a set. And yeah, let's go for it. So the other one's like a stout. So Big Eagle, West Coast IPA. What am I expecting? I'm hoping it's not hazy. I'm hoping it's bitter. I'm hoping for some citrus. Let's see what we get. Glass is a little bit small, isn't it? It's the actual Brew York glass. It just looks, feels. Oh, there you go. Straight away, tick box for it not being hazy. It looks like a West Coast IPA. It's got that. Looks like it's got like the caramels in there. Oh look, may as well just go a little bit more. And I'm up to half pint line in the glass. It's got a chill haze, but it's not got what I call like a malt haze, where they've actually tried to make the beer hazy. So it's got a slight chill haze. It's not totally, clear, but it's got a nice light gold colour, a nice white creamy looking head, which is superb. And the glass, I've never really looked at the glass. It's quite funky actually. It's got all sorts going on in that glass. Aroma, yeah, I'm getting the getting hops there. And also, it feels like there's a couple of sea hops. A little bit of floral. Definitely some citrus notes. Some sweet malt notes. I think that's really inviting. That's really, so far, this Big Eagle is living up to West Coast IPA for me. Yeah, I'll do in fact I can get some of that malt there. Some biscuity malt there. That's nice. That smells really good. Okay, cheers everyone. You know what that reminds me of? And this is a pale ale, classed as a pale ale. And it's not bad, it's nothing bad at all. But it's got notes of Sierra Nevada's pale ale. It's got a nice, I tell you what, I really like that. It's got a nice malt notes going through. And you're definitely getting what I class as like old school hops. Like your Cascade, Columbus, them sort of notes, Centennial. It's floral, slight citrus, a little bit piffy. It's not too bitter. I could push bitterness more on this, but I'm not going to knock them because overall I think they've sort of cracked it there. It feels very American, feels very West Coast. It leans a little bbit more towards a pale ale for my palate, but it's definitely West Coast styling beer. I like that. I really like that. I'd buy that again. I would buy that again. 100%. 100% I'd buy that again. 6.4% did I say? That's well hidden. Yeah, that's cracking, that's well hidden. I just really like the fact that that bitterness now, when I was saying at the first it wasn't that bitter, that bitterness is there now. And I can feel it right at the back of my tongue, and it's long lasting, and the flavours are long lasting. I don't know if you've used like crystal caramel malts, but it feels like there's a flavour of that in there, and like I said, that biscuit note and slightly floral note from the hops. I don't mind that at all. I really don't. I really don't mind that. What does it say on the can? West Coast IPA, 6.4%. Resurrected after a 3-year hiatus. Big Eagle, the original Brew York Big American Pale. See, that's what it does remind. That's what it reminded me of it. Returned in 2020 with even more hops and West Coast piney bitterness and resinous flavour. It's got touches of it. It's got touches of that, definitely. Big Eagle has quickly become a brewers and drinkers' favourite and took gold in the best UK produced IPA in SIBA Digital Beer Awards 2020. And here are the hops: Columbus, Centennial, Equinox, Simcoe. Fantastic. That's they're West Coast IPA hops all day long, aren't they? Dry hopping as well. Ingredients: water, barley, wheat, hops and yeast. And they have like a spike, like a web thing there, and it's pushing hop near the top, bitter, just one away from being full on bitter. Mouthfeel, what did I say for mouthfeel? I think that's really got a nice medium body mouthfeel. Carbonation is fairly low, which is fantastic. Sweet is pulled back. Fruit is only on 2. Yeah, it's up there being this nice. It's a nice beer. It's a nice beer. I'm really chuffed because, like I say, Juice Forsyth, it just wasn't for me. But that 100% is for me. I'm chuffed and pleased about that. Cheers, Brew York. Cheers, everyone, and I'll see you on another